Happy birthday to legendary R&B pop singer and actress Christina Milian. X-Men 1991 back again with another video. I hope you guys had an incredible weekend. I know I enjoyed my weekend. It was my mom's birthday weekend. We actually went painting on her birthday and then we went out to eat afterwards. And I know she definitely had a great time. And it was amazing. I actually wanted to participate in her birthday activities. And I'm glad I had the opportunity to do that. And I also watched some sports during her birthday weekend. So without wasting more time, let's get right into it. First, we're going to do a recap of Monday through Wednesday's games between the Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. Here's a recap from last week's game on Monday, the 19th. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the first inning. Neither teams didn't score shit in the second, third, fourth, and fifth inning. Astros scored 3 runs in the top of the 6th. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 3 innings. Final score: Houston Astros 4, Tampa Bay Rays 0. The Astros were 97-51 as the Rays fell 82-65. Now here's a recap of last Tuesday's game. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the first. Neither teams didn't score shit in the second inning. Astros scored 3 runs in the top of the third. Neither teams didn't score shit in the fourth inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the fifth. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 4 innings. Final score: Houston Astros 5, Tampa Bay Rays 0. The Astros were 98-51 as the Rays fell 82-66. Now a recap from last Wednesday's game. Astros again scored the first run in the top of the first. Neither teams didn't score shit in the second, third, fourth, and fifth inning. Rays scored 1 run in the bottom of the 6th. Then he scored 1 run in the bottom of the 7th. Astros scored 3 runs in the top of the 8th. And they scored 1 run in the top of the 9th. Final score: Houston Astros 5, Tampa Bay Rays 2. The Astros were 99-51 as the Rays fell 82-67. Before I do a recap of the 4-game road trip between the Astros and the Orioles, you know I got to do this. You know I always give the Astros a round of applause every time they sweep a team. I believe this is the first time in this season that they swept the Tampa Bay Rays. Let me see if I'm correct. I'm not sure how many teams that the Astros swept this season, but they swept a lot of teams this season. They swept the Mariners July 22nd through the 24th. They swept the Yankees on July 21st. They swept the New York Mets June 21st and 22nd. I know they swept the Detroit Tigers in April. see if I'm correct. When the last time the Astros swept the Tampa Bay Rays? Correction. The Astros swept the Tigers at the crib in May. And they swept them again in Detroit this month. But no, this is the first time that the Astros have swept the Rays. The first and only time this season. Now we can do a recap of the Astros versus the Orioles. The last 4 games on the road. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first inning. The Orioles scored 2 runs in the bottom of the second. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 7 innings, as the Astros fall to the Orioles 2-0. The Orioles were 78 and 71, as the Astros fell 99 and 52. Now here's a recap from Friday's game. Neither team didn't score shit in the first 3 innings. Orioles scored 1 run in the bottom of the 4th. Neither team didn't score shit in the 5th and 6th inning. The Orioles scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th. And neither team didn't score shit in the last 2 innings, as the Astros fell again to the Orioles 6-0. The Orioles were 79 and 71, as the Astros fell 99 and 53. Now here's a recap from Saturday's game. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first 2 innings. Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. Orioles scored 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Astros scored 4 runs at the top of the 5th, while the Orioles scored 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. Orioles scored 1 run in the bottom of the 6th. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 7th inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 8th, and the Orioles scored 2 in the bottom of the 8th. Astros scored 4 runs in the top of the 9th, while the Orioles scored 1 run in the bottom of the 9th. Final score: Houston Astros 11, Baltimore Orioles 10. The Astros win their 100th game this season, as the Orioles fell 79 and 72. This is like the 5th time this season, the 5th time that the Astros has scored 100 games during the regular season. Now here's a recap from yesterday's game that aired on my mom's birthday. Wait, we can't see. I think the Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 1st. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 2nd inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 3rd. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. The Orioles scored 1 run in the bottom of the 8th. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 9th inning. Both teams scored 1 run apiece in the 10th inning. Astros scored 4 runs in the top of the 11th, and the Orioles scored 1 run in the bottom of the 11th. Final score: Houston Astros 6, Baltimore Orioles 3. The Astros are now 101 and 53, as the Orioles fall 79 and 73. The Astros got their last 8 games at the crib between tomorrow and October 5th. Tomorrow and Wednesday taking on the Diamondbacks. This Friday through Sunday in a rematch taking on the Rays. and next Monday through Wednesday taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. So it's a tie between the Astros and the Orioles. I thought the Astros was going to be swept in Baltimore after they lost the first 2 games. But they made a comeback in the last 2 games of their road trip. So congratulations, Astros, for sweeping the Rays and for winning your 100 game on Saturday. And for tying the series between you guys and the Orioles when you was in Baltimore that whole weekend. Wow, the Astros won 100 games for the 5th time during the regular season. That is incredible. Focus on your last 8 games at the crib, Astros, and get yourselves ready for the postseason. Now we got that out the way, we're about to do a recap of another game. So in the good words of my guy, Spitz 389. What's up, YouTube? Your boy back once again with another sports topic, and today we're going to talk some football. Houston Texans football. Let's go ahead and do a recap of yesterday's game that also aired on my mom's birthday. My Houston Texans versus my dad's team, the Chicago Bears. Let's go ahead and get our special guest on the line so we can get this over with. All right, I need to take a sip of water to maintain my composure here because we're about to do a recap of yesterday's game on my mom's birthday. The Houston Texans and my dad's favorite team, the Chicago Bears. Texans gave up 10 in the first quarter while scoring a touchdown. Then they made a comeback in the second quarter, outscoring the Bears by another touchdown. So it was Texans 14, Bears 13 at halftime. Texans gave up a touchdown in the third quarter while they scored 6. So after 3, the score was tied at 20 at the end of the third quarter. Just when you thought they was going to take the game to overtime, David Mills made a big mistake forcing an interception, allowing the Bears to kick a field goal as the Texans fall to the Bears 23-20. The Bears are now 2-1 as the Texans fall, no wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. This Sunday, the first Sunday of October, 2 days before Mikey's mom's birthday, the day before Andre's birthday, and the day before my anniversary of me getting hired to work in my job, they take on the LA Chargers. October 9th, they go against the Jaguars in Jacksonville. October 23rd, they go against the Raiders in Las Vegas. October 30th, the day before Halloween, they take on the Titans. Their Thursday night football on November 3rd, taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. November 13th, against the Giants in New York. November 20th, 5 days before Thanksgiving, they take on the Washington Commanders, formerly known as the Washington Redskins. November 27th, against the Dolphins in the 305. December 4th, taking on Deshaun Watson and his new team, the Cleveland Browns. Oh boy, I can't wait till December 11th against the Cowboys in Dallas. Feels like September 8th, 2002 all over again. Who will become 4-3? The Texans or the Cowboys? I can't wait. And speaking of the Cowboys, they have a game tonight. I can't wait to watch that. December 18th, taking on the Chiefs. Christmas Eve against the Titans. New Year's Day, taking on the Jaguars. And January 8th against the Colts. What are your 2 cents about David Mills making a big mistake just when we thought they was going to take the game to overtime, allowing the Texans to force that interception?
Fourth quarter struggles continue. They have not scored shit in the fourth quarter since last season against the Titans. Last season against the Titans, the regular season finale, that was the last time the Texans scored. But since then, they failed to score against the Colts despite choking a 17-point lead. Then they scored a point against the Broncos despite kicking 3 field goals. And now, Davis Mills throws an interception, and that's how the Bears made us pay. And not to mention, in case you didn't see my rant,
I did.
I have something else to say about Damian Pierce, the rookie, who just scored his first rushing touchdown, which is good news. But apparently he fumbled the ball and we're up. He's got to protect the ball, and apparently head coach Olivia just benched him for the rest of the game. You just can't do that. You just can't fumble the ball in a situation like this. You got to protect the ball because you're a rookie.
Yeah, Texans, just keep your heads up. I'll give the Bears credit because they came to play because, like I said, they're my dad's favorite teams. Yeah, my dad is a fan of Chicago teams. The Bears, the Cubs, the Bulls, and the White Sox. So, congratulations to the Bears. As for the Texans, get your shit together and get yourselves ready as you head back home this Sunday to take on the Chargers. So, I've already checked out Spitz.
Last year's regular season match. So, we beat them a year ago on the day after Christmas. Now it's a chance to make it 2 in a row. Right here.
Yep. So make sure you guys check out Spitz 389's YouTube page. It'll be in the description box below, as well as Mikey's YouTube page, Alexa and Maria's, and Maria and Olivia's, in every Houston, Texas rant that I make. And I saw Spitz 389's rant yesterday.
Me too.
So that wraps up my thoughts about the 7-game road trip between the Astros versus the Orioles and the Rays, and yesterday's game between the Texans and the Bears. Hit subscribe if you're new and hit the notification bell for my next Astros and Texans rant. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave your comment down below. I'll be back tomorrow reminiscing 21 years of a tag team championship match between The Rock and Kurt Angle versus the Dudley Boys from the September 27th 2001 edition of SmackDown. And maybe I might do a happy 40th birthday rant on Lil Wayne, even though I am not a huge Lil Wayne fan. But we'll see. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Go Houston Astros and go Houston Texans.